question for Chris, please. Let's have a quiet so that the candidates will be able to listen to the question. Please.
What's the estimated amount of membership? How many people do we have in person registered full member? Can you hear me? I said the current membership. How many members do we have currently in Uland?
And the question goes to Chris.
Well, that's one of the issues that we plan to rectify come administration. We intend to have a membership drive and create a database for the librarians present in the state of North Dakota. We want to start with Fargo first and then reach out to the Leeward counties. Currently, we're in the thousands, but I can't exactly tell you how much because that information is not available right now.
So what make you, no, he's not answering because he's in the current administration and he's just a member. So this question goes to the both of them now. What makes you different from the other presidents that we had? What makes you different? What do you bring to the table? What makes you different?
Well, I'm bringing vision. I'm bringing transparent leadership. I'm bringing inclusiveness to this community. We're going to diversify Uland. Our accounting going to be digitalized. When we negotiate for grants, loans, it's going to be open to the general public. And we're not going to leave room for any gray areas. So people be asking how much we got here and how much we got there. I'm not going to bash the past administration had on challenges. I'm just going to improve on the good things that they left behind. Like right now, the administrator Benedetta say have brought us into prominence in the state, and we're going to keep moving towards that direction. We have been offered to have a representative in Bismarck when they bring deliberations in Congress, so we can have our voice heard. So those are some of the things we're going to improve on and bring other programs that we have our youth and single moms and elderly. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
And Alex, what makes you different from the other candidate?
It's very easy.
And what are you bringing?
What I'm bringing to the table is accountability. People will be held liable for misuse of human, clear cut. Secondly, I'm coming from the background of a project manager. As someone who have had a lot of projects with success, I'm coming with that mindset, good leadership, and then coming with a lot of unity. So when he spoke, all of this vision that he's talking about, I really wish it was in existence for the decade he has served Uland. But unfortunately, on campaign, that's why we hear all of the sweet talks, and after that, they go back to scratch one. So what I want to tell the community, you will get someone that you trust, someone that will be open to you, someone that will plan together with you, and someone that will execute the plan with you. There will be nothing hidden like they are doing. Thank you. And just to have since you don't know the population, but according to the population, the total amount of librarians in the place are in North Dakota is about 3,334. That of 2025.
So as I said, member
Uland.
Uland.
Well, I just want to add it up.
Yes.
What population? What population?
Okay, so the debate continues here and we move on.
He said he has a rebuttal. Okay.
You have a rebuttal?
About the numbers. Yeah.
Okay, then we get 10 seconds, please.
Mr. Chair is articulating all these great ideas. But when he lost election in 2018, he walked away from Uland. He never recommended anything to the past administrations, to the current, no recommendation, no suggestion. He just turned it back and decided to return 2 months ago. for the presidency. So, Abraham Popo, you can do the job.
And let me put you on the record as well. I worked with Harrison Smith for the transitional period. I served as one of his consultant up to a year. And they are left after they start bringing their hyenas. They are capturing the community back. So I just want to put you on the record. I did not leave.
Thank you so much. Let me see how well I can be able to squeeze this money. How? I mean, usually the problem is accountability, transparency, money matters. How do we intend to manage taxpayers' money? How do we intend to do that? Chris?
That's a bedrock of my administration, accountability and transparency. I'm going to form a four-man team that will be in charge of monitoring our finances and our fiscal responsibility. This full team is going to be independent. They're going to come from community leaders, going to head that team. They will have no allegiance to me. They're going to be independent, and they're going to be charged with oversee the finances of Uland and monitor the treasurer, financial secretary, and all our transactions. That's how we're going to create transparency. And to further that, we're going to digitize the entire financial system of Uland. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Yeah.
Okay, as someone from the financial background, there's something we call radical financial transparency. So what that means is that open ledger. And what it is that will make sure that not just one person is approving financial transactions. And we'll make sure we are open something that they are having. As far as the electronic, you already get your electronic transaction going on because they get cash app and they get unknown bank account. But this time around, we will have our own bank account in Uland, and we'll make sure that. That's why when I picked my financial secretary, I did it with conviction. I did not ask anyone. I interviewed my financial secretary, who is an expert, who worked with the IRS also, and that's why Abdullah will make a great financial secretary working along with me, who also understands finance. So we'll be open, quarterly report every time, and the community can trust me on that.
Yeah, thank you so much. And audience, in our midst, we have of us a Dr. Stephen Pay, and the Pay happens to be the administrator of the Bureau of Probation and Parole, the Ministry of Justice, Republic of Liberia. He was appointed by President Joseph Ewan Boakai last year, that's 2025, and we just want to recognize him. A time will come when he will come out to talk. we have another people here. Also, grace in education, we have Nigeria's ambassador to South Africa, and Ambassador George Patton. You are here, will you get stand? We'll be able to give it 1 or 2 minutes where you'll be able to talk, the issue of xenophobia, right? Also, in the hall, we have a Nigerian who is vying for the position right out here in 5 o'clock.
My question is for Ellis.
Question to Alex, so we have to, have a quiet little bit.
What program will you support or create for youth and families?
So, the youth are very important and I work with them most of the time. Working with the youth is understanding their needs. You have to have conversation with them. What are things that are affecting them? And when you get in the community, some of the things that are affecting the youth, they need people to talk to. They need some mentors, they need some bigger brother, we can say Alabama way. They need bigger brother to talk to. They need guardians. Some of them need assistance with career path. So these are things that we'll be working with the youth. And some of the players, some of the soccer teams, another thing that we try to do also that I also have in my team is that we'll make sure we catalog all these soccer teams on the Uland. In other words, they have their individual organization, but there will be catalog on the Uland that we can find funding for them because every summer we see that they buy their own shoes, their own jerseys, and all the things. We want to make sure and find funding for them under the recreation and sport grant so that we can be able to help them. So these are things that we want to work with the youth on for Uland.
Is it going to be only football or basketball? Because
yeah, I talk about sport and recreation. Like we mentioned something about basketball, kickball, track, all the other things. So based on the needs of them, then we can work with them and see how we can find funding for them on as far as on the grant.
Thank you. And we love the smoothness of edges here. See, moving out smoothly, and this is exactly what we want. Chris Stratus.
Thank you.
I'm already engaged in youth development in this community. Been engaged for the last 3 years. What we did, we secured a gymnasium in Moorhead through the Good Shepherd Lutheran Church. And they gave me on that gym for the last 3 years that our youth and our adults can go and play on the weekend. And we still have that gym presently. That was 2 our initiatives. We believe in keeping our kids busy. I've recommended to past administrations to have a soccer camp since our favorite pastimes in the community for our kids, especially in the summer when these single moms and parents have to go to work. So we'll be able to keep kids and get them introduced to soccer and keep them off the streets. So we want to work on more programs. I'm teaming up with the police department of Moore and Fargo to be so our youth will be a part of the police league, and that is in the making. And we're going to bring other educational events that will keep our kids engaged and keep them out of trouble. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
Okay, sorry. I hear you guys keep talking about sports and this, and it sounds like you're just emphasizing on the boys. What do you guys have for the girls? What do you have for the little girls then? Because they're not playing soccer, I know that.
I think I did mention about that because there are a lot of different sports. In America, they do have some people that play soccer, but others do basketball and all of that, right? So it's not only about soccer that I'm talking about. I'm talking about all sports and other recreation activities. It can be, everything don't have to be sport, right? There are other recreation activities that we will also engage into. And just another thing that I just want to play a quick notice that Chris talked about For the youth, we got a basketball court. Where? That's for the old time of basketball team. Let us start misleading the people. Let us say the truth. That's the old time of basketball team get their practice, but it's not for the youth. So please.
Well, Mr. Chair, it's not something you're going to know because you're not involved in the community, so you're not going to know why. We engage that gym for all ages, not just for the old timer. The young people were welcome to practice too. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And more question there. So yes, again in the hall.
Thank you. My first question has to do with if you observe now in the Liberian community, every gun violence that we experience every week, every month in this community. Any of you, in your ways, what would be the strategy that you guys will put in place for some of our brothers and sisters who are more extreme or involved into these activities that can handle that to solve the program mechanism?
The issue of gun violence.
Great. So I guess I'll go ahead. Since I'm the liaison for the community, I work with the police department and other things that concern case. The issue of the gun violence here last summer was isolated. This is not a continuous trend in our community. It was isolated incident. When it occurred, we met with the parents. And we got the explanation of what was going on with the kids that shot each other. It's not something consistent in Fargo in our community. We even went to the police after they did the investigation to know their findings. Most of the kids that shot each other knew each other, had rift with each other. Now, where do we come in? We got a program in association with Fargo PD that's supposed to help keep our kids from the system. But that program needs the help of the parents. And we called a community meeting of parents that was rarely attended, poorly attended, because we reached out to the parents to let them know, look, your kids have an issue, you see your kids misbehaving, your kids involved with gang, reach out to us, we'll point in the right direction for resources. Because by the time the kids get in the system, it's late. You can't do anything much. So it starts with the parents too. If we work together, we can eliminate a lot of these problems. Our kids go to jail, our kids in the legal system, and have better results out here. So we got all those things going on. We just need more help to get it move on a different level. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so it good that the liaison did mention something about that, right? But how many times in the community have we seen this liaison work with the Fargo Police Department, having a one-on-one police conversation with the community? Every time it happens, they only go and take picture and come back. But I think the way to go forward is having conversation with the young people, and at the same time, and that's what my leadership will do, have a community policing where we can sometimes invite the police and come and say to other explain of some of the common mistakes that we made on the rules and how troubles are made. So when we do that, it gives people the sense of understanding that when you do this, at least let the police talk, when you do this is what's going to happen to you. And that's why some of the things that they put the liaison in charge for. But he can feel miserable on that. The only thing we know him to do is to go and take pictures. This time around, we'll have a liaison that will work with the police, and we'll have conferences that will have with people in our community. Thank you.
So again, audience, those in the hall, right out here, it's important to ring bell and hammer down so high, on individuals we have here as special guests. We have our own, one of our very own, Pastor Esther Salim, will be going for the position of city mayor, and we need to support him. Also in the hall, Dr. Stephen Payne, Administrator of the Bureau of Probation, the Bureau, Ministry of Justice, in the hall and the pair has a PhD in criminal justice. Also in the hall tonight, we have a Bureau's Ambassador to South Africa, Ambassador George S.W. Patton. Yeah. DJ, strap.
Hello, my name is Romelia Massa Passowe, President of Westland.
My name is Louise M.K. Patton. I am the Vice President of Westland, Fargo, North Dakota.
Hi, I'm Lee Coleman, Vice President for Operations.
Hi everyone, my name is Albert Fonico Kewu, Board Chair of Westland, Fargo, North Dakota.
And I'm Abdullah M. Gitawe, Financial Secretary, Western Regional Librarian Association of North Dakota.
Westland is a combination of 3 counties:
Bomi,
Bapolu,
and Grand Cape Mount County.
The Western Region Librarian Association of North Dakota cordially invites you to
will be president by our base. That is cast in stone. And one of the 2 females here will be vice president. That is also cast in stone. Go up, you can't down. That one just has to happen. So we'll have a loser and we will also have a winner. But it is you who's going to make that decision on June 6th. Who becomes president out here for Uland and who becomes vice president out here. Your rebuttal, 10 seconds.
So yeah, 10 seconds. Concerning Mr. Chair said I want to go to take pictures. Well, one of our problems here, we don't attend meetings. Our community will not show up for meetings. And we are, the first thing after the gun violence, we call a meeting, an online meeting for the parents. We didn't get anybody online. We are scheduled town halls with the police. But we don't want to bring a town hall and 5 persons show up to the town hall, only the leaders show up. So I'm planning a membership drive where we invite the police to come and speak to our community. But while we're doing the back, we're speaking to cadets classes. If you dial me, July 20, I will be speaking to the 5th cadet class in West Fargo Police, explaining our culture and how the police us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, let me see if I can be able to release one to the 10 out there. How will you ensure that every organization within the community feels a part of being represented? I mean, out here in Fargo. Yeah, that means you.
Thank you so much. And that was one of the things that tried to assist the same leadership with. When Chris is saying that I was here around, that's not true. But it's just that we have a president who does not want to listen to anybody. But I informed me, I said, Mr. President, as somebody who is around all of the organizations that you all know, not just serving as a master of ceremonies, but into the organization, they have the passion for the community. Best way to have them is that they should be on your planning team. Have them on your planning team. Once you have them on your planning team, you move up smoothly. Something say, whether you continue with it, I don't know. But that's something I want to do. I want to make sure that every organization here in the North Dakota area, they are on my planning team so that we can plan together, make decisions together.
Thank you so much, Chris.
So I guess my opponent here being looking at my platform, and it's very attractive to him because one of the bases of a platform is a stronger community through inclusiveness and togetherness. And that's why he just be explaining that point for me. But I'll elaborate a little bit more. I'm going to include, I'm going to have a panel, as I said over and over. I've even spoken to some of the local leaders. Every one of them will be represented on that panel. We'll make decisions together, we'll win together, we'll lose together in this community going forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Hello. Thank you. So, we have heard all of the inclusivity, the togetherness, what you intend to do. Well, let's look at the community vision and the safety within our infrastructure. Today, Uland does not have an office space. Today, Uland doesn't have a place to call it a home. But we've been in existence over a decade. But all of you sit, and nobody wants you to speak on this vision and community, but we all talk about what we intend to do. So the question goes to the both of you. What role role in this community leadership will play in preventing domestic violence? That came from the community safety, so it's twofold, right? And on the infrastructure, what are you putting in place? What appetite are you putting in place at this point? That when you get there, because when I ask you for your 100 days, no one mentioned that. So it has to do with your 100 days. What are you doing? That would be very exclusive for this current administration. Because both of you are coming in as candidates that haven't served in that capacity. So again, you're not debating the equipment, but instead you are going in as someone to make the change that you are proclaimed. So with the community vision and the community safety infrastructure, can you just be able to touch on all two of them? Just question in twofold. So you start with you, Chris.
Oh, thank you. Let me start with the domestic violence. That's where this mentoring come about. That's why they got this program in Fargo PD to help people with issues like this. But realistically, we hear about domestic violence after it has occurred, even the police, and we react to it. If people come forward and speak to us, we refer them to our pastoral board. Let me get clear something. The pastoral council in this community is a part of Uland leadership. Our grievance committee chairman is Bishop Wilson, which is we run one of the biggest churches here. He's the grievance committee chairman. So when we're having an issue, domestic, people having family issue, we try to reach out to the pastors to intervene, confidentially, so we don't expose people's family issue. So we're still working on that. We're going to set up a panel, male and female, that will be able to oversee these issues. But don't forget, if you're experiencing domestic violence in your home, in your relationship, you got to tell us to help you. We can't guess. And it's private. You can't interfere into your private life. So when you experience anything like that, you got to let us know. Infrastructure-wise, 2017, I was serving as acting financial secretary, and we tried to acquire a building, the old Champion Temple building. Uland did not have the money for that, and the former president put some money down with the hope that he would hold the building until Uland would get the loan. That didn't happen, and he left office a year later, and the same 501c that we acquired was used by the Smith administration, and it damaged our ability to acquire loan. But we'll still be working on it. As we resolve the Uland 501c issue, we'll be able to look for a hall again and somewhere for our people to go home. Thank you.
Thank you.
The same question to Alex. Yeah, so domestic violence is something that even the great state of America struggle with. And part of what they are trying to do is that open awareness. Because people need awareness, not just calling police. Some people need awareness, some people need people to talk to. So, and then they need a confidentiality because people don't want to open up to other people because as soon as your business goes there, it's spread out. So part of our leadership structure within the leadership structure, the women wing want to make sure we have counselors in our area so that they can work with people that are going through that. Even men also can go through that. So we'll get people working in our area that are strictly ethical to handle these kind of cases and not just calling police for people because there are a lot of people going through. And then just to talk about, I think you talked about office, right? The question of you talk about office or something, or you're just passing?
So let's look at it from a holistic side of it, approach of it, right? So community hall for us.
Okay.
Because other nationalities within our community have accomplished that. So what lacking and what your mission will be able to do.
I don't want a community hall. I want a community center. There's a difference between a hall and a center because a center will have a lot of different things that we can do. We can get room for back to school program, the study class. We can get area for conflict resolution. We can get offices. We can get a whole lot of different things plus the hall. So my conversation And then someone who have worked with my church as a chief financial officer until we bought our building, I know the way. I know the way to get there. So we will honor my leadership. There's one thing that I will keep fighting for until my presidency will be that we obtain our own community center.
Thank you so much. So if you keep here as an undecided voter, but still thinking where to put that ballot, tonight is your day. Yes, listening to these individuals, definitely be able to make informed decision. More questions there. Chris, and then Chris is Chris Sally. We get two Chris here anyway. The Chris. Yeah.
Thank you to the both candidates. I asked the same question to.
Hello.
I asked the same question to our candidates. And I'm coming back to us.
You on the road, you're in Iowa.
We are from Liberia. We are from a traditional background, mostly. So both of you guys, we have two questions in one to the city. What kind of mechanism you guys going to put in place to promote the Liberian culture where we came from? One. Two, what kind of challenges the Prime Minister face that you think that when you take over, you will do better than the Prime Administration? Go for your thinking.
All right, thank you so much. As far as the cultural part of it, Uland shouldn't be running on July 26th, and then we will have program. I'm in consultation with a lot of other people to see how best. You know, the post-war idea when they had a cultural festival, it was actually for a librarian. And then they told the presidency, and presidency sold it to somebody, and the government pick it up. They continue with it. But this time around, we have our program into the cultural, we can do our Taste of Africa or Taste of Liberia. We can do it, have a good place where we invite other people to come there. We have cultural performances. So these are things that we are thinking about, that we'll have conversation about, and all of that. And just to add up to that, as we speak, I'm the only person on my team is the only team that already have their campaign, have their office already. So imagine if I'm running my campaign and have an office. What more if I'm president of Uland? We will have our own office. Our address will not be going to somebody's personal apartment. They will get an office space for us to be able to send our information over there for protection.
Thank you.
Well, we will incorporate our culture into our schools, the schools that our kids go to. They have a cultural program there that we don't really follow. I've been to a couple of them, but we're not well represented because most of the parents either we're not aware or not too involved. But that's one place to spread the culture in the school, in the schools our kids go to. And then our programs, the July 4th program, the Culture Festival downtown Fargo, and our Flag Day weekend. Those are days that we can sell our culture to other communities around here. So, as I said, with a community of inclusiveness, we got a lot of people here with a lot of skills. People here know a lot about our culture. We got a diverse culture here. We're going to work together and have a Liberian Culture Day. We're going to exhibit our food. We're going to exhibit our tradition and all the kind of stuff to the population of Fargo so they know that we're here. Just a few. Did you mention office space? Yeah.
No. What if failures?
Well, I'm not going to speak about failure of past governments, you know. I'm just going to say what I'm going to do different, and that's what I'm saying. We're going to incorporate these programs into our event so that we'll be able to sell our culture to the population. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Can I get a quick report now?
10 seconds? Yeah.
It's kind of challenging for him to actually explain about their failures. but their failure is everything that we are planning here today. Because they had 6 good years, and they couldn't maintain the 5-1c3, they couldn't maintain the state ratio. They wanted the easier thing to do. Now you're making another promise that we will. This time around, we're retiring people and bringing new form of leadership that is progressive, open, and accountable to the community.
Okay, so we want to open it up to you now. In the audience, coming to you. And we don't want to be into that. Yes, so my brother behind me there.
All right, thank you for giving me the opportunity. My question goes to Mr. Tier.
Chris.
Mr. Tier, and I can understand why you are lost completely. And the reason you are lost when it comes to Uland because you come for elections. After election, you lost the elections, and you go your own separate way. I said this, and I have evidence to that. Others, you can choose to answer what I tell you in my minutes. Whether I 1 minute, I give 1 minute, you better choose to answer my question or statement or not. All right, so. All right. So, under state administration, you were appointed to head the social department. We were appointed, and I was Secretary General for the administration, and I issued an appointment letter signed by the president. You refused to serve in that position, and we fired you, we dismissed you. And I do have the 2 envelopes in my pocket. I brought that letter, and after this debate, I will share a copy of that letter to attest to your performance in the community. So, there's the 2 envelopes I brought with the appointment dismissal letter. So, Mr. Tier. Mr. Tier, after 2 years, my question is at here. After June 6th, when you have lost this election, will you be able to accept, or will you be willing to accept a position under our administration? First administration.
All right. First of all, I think we need to be true to ourselves. And Mr. Officer, I respect you so much for you to stand up here and lie in both faces with everybody. I have never, ever, my said, I'm going to appoint myself because I'm a critic, so what's it? So I don't want you to lie that you set me on level, my brother. Stop. I was never ever appointed anywhere near to leadership. Even the Harrison Smith that I think you support after the did not even appoint me. I was only consulting. So that information is false. Secondly, I'm always available to contribute towards my community. I may not take position or I may desire to take position, but I'm waiting at any time for any consultancy, for any conversation to help the community move forward. So please, retract your statement. No saying you will.
Thank you.
Yeah, music in the back, yeah, man. Yeah, I get you, yeah,
All right, thank you. For those of you guys who don't know me, I'm sorry for my boss. I'm the Adolphus President Jr., the current president of the Rico North Dakota chapter. I'm here to ask at least 1 or 2 questions to the candidates. My first question is, although I'm trying to explain, but not too clear to me, what would be the activities of the local organization to help your government? I'm emphasizing on this because I believe that the local government, I mean the organization, the local organization, the Liberian community organization. What would be a clear for the organization? Because all the parts of this government, let me say this, that is over. I find that sometimes the local community-based organization will not fully involved into the biggest organizations in Uland. So what will be a plan for this? And the last question is for Samson. What is the status right now for the Uland organization bank account? How much do you have them?
Thank you, Young President. Congratulations on your new title, Mr. President. I will answer the last question first concerning Uland's bank account. The treasurer, Uland's treasurer is right here. See that somewhere. He will be able to tell you what's in the bank account. I don't have access to Uland's bank account. I do not see it. I do not transact in there. I don't know what's in there. Okay? So when we come to the local groups, if you were here earlier, I told you my government will be a government inclusiveness. It includes people like you as a leader of a big organization like UNICO. You will form part of that panel. Whatever panel that is organized to conduct certain areas of our community, everybody will be part of it. Because the way we can make a strong Uland is to get support from all the local organizations. So when we count on you guys, we'll be open for that, and you welcome all the suggestions and criticism, anything that will move the community forward. Thank you.
Alex? Yeah, Governor, it was good that you as one of the organization leaders, you know exactly that organizations are not falling to Uland because they push everybody aside. Me, Alex here, my team, that's one thing. Make sure that every organization is fair. For me, I like criticism. So I never put it, you question me. For them, when you question them, they remove you from chat room. But we will make sure that we get every organization on our planning team to be able to plan for the community because we can't do it on our own. It's easy when you get from us, I got to do the other one, executive do the other one, another we do the one, so it make the community, it make it easy for us to spend. And that's what we want, and they bring a lot of people. So that's what we'll be working on. For them, they don't want it, they just get politics and so they're talking it. So we'll work with you.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, you say we're a reporter? Okay, 10 seconds.
10 seconds. This how Mr. Chair was speaking 5 years ago. But you all are waiting for result. You're just think what are you going to see after June 6th. You probably not see it again until the next election, so be mindful.
Yeah, go ahead, my sister.
Okay. My question to both candidates. We are all Liberians over here in Fargo.
Chassis, please.
Hello.
We are all Liberians here in Fargo. I would just say the other, like basically, the landlord situation is crazy in Fargo. The community is not doing anything about it. I'm not blaming anybody. But we work, we pay our taxes and stuff. But yet and still, the apartment complex, they can come here and evict you for no reason. Sometimes your kids make noise. Sometimes the neighbor will come and lie. And they will go and take the side of that person because they are the same people. And the community, the Liberian community, they're not doing anything about it. We pay our taxes, we should be heard too. Because we work hard. We single mom. We work hard. So somebody could just come evict you in the middle of winter and you have nowhere to go. what candidate, what you guys gonna do about it? What the players are gonna put in place?
That's a very good point. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Hello? Yeah, that's a
Thank you. It's not what we want to do about it, it's what we're already doing about it. We met with the housing people. We met with the housing people. Mr. Selifo had that meeting, and we challenged them with the illegal eviction. Okay? There's a non-profit group that was doing a study on the illegal eviction. The problem we ran into, we didn't have volunteers to be part of the study. Because, for example, you will go to this apartment building, they will tell you, say they don't have an apartment. A white person will go there, they will give you the same apartment that he applied for. But, as I tell you, as people, we need to get together. We got numbers here. We need to come to meetings. We need to be part of Uland, strengthen the organization. There's a lot of things we can do here. And want to see our numbers, they will yell, will be our voice, they will respect us. I just spoke to one of the incoming candidates for mayor, and I told her the same thing. We have Team Mahoney. We have other people. What's in it for our community? Because we got a lot of issues here, but we need people up there to push it into Congress. So we've been working on the team over the years, and we continue to work for it. Even whether I'm president or not, still be fighting for it. But guarantee it's on the table, and we're still pushing up and push. We're trying to carry our voice to Bismarck. So it's an ongoing process, and let us come to the meetings. When we call meetings, not just for calling meetings, we got issues that we have to talk about, and we can share ideas and see how we move forward. Thank you.
Yeah, so that's a good question to the you talk about what happened to our community, right? You know what happened? If you are maintaining our status and now recklessly make sure that our status has been revoked, people will listen to us. If you are maintaining integrity of our organization, people will listen to us. If you have done a census or you have done a member mapping to make sure to know your number in the community, people will listen to you. People are not listening to you because you nothing. You damage everything. Even state registration at $25, you damage it. So our leadership, what we want to be doing, we got things to fix, and that's why I love to fix things. We will regular write our status that when we have a conversation with people, they can know that we do have a status. Let us start from there and not start pushing it. As far as the land situation, it is, that's why our team will be going to find programs that can help. There are some legislation that we cannot change until it is amended by the House. And it requires a lot of things. They don't just come about it. It requires people passing bills on all of that. But what we can do as a team is find the resources that can help you, that can help you regularize your status. So that's what we'll be doing. And if you report, I will report.
Yes, okay. Chris? Hello? Yeah, the next question, give it to him.
Hello to everyone. Hi. Hello. My name is Harrison Quintet, president of the Fargo Royal Motown Schools Association of Lovely Uland. Mr. Commissioner, thank you. But at least you should have recognized the leadership in Fargo. We should have a space so that we have to be recognized sooner than later. Because we are paying our dues by the work we do in this community. Having said that, to answer your question, I will have a question, but I have to respond to her.